In this video, we are going to discuss about concrete interactive design. So already we have seen how to design our frame structures by using the design page here. Okay. So now let us go for the interactive design. So before that we need to do the analysis. So let us take the geometry, go for run structure wizard and selecting the frame models, bay frame. And let us take the length as something around 15 meters and height is 15 and width is 12, and here I am going to take 5 divisions and height is also 5 divisions and here is 4 divisions, and click on apply. Close this one. Would you like to transfer? Yes, and click on OK here. So click on OK if you are getting any errors or warnings, and you can check it there. So after getting a structure into the model, just go for the support conditions. Just go for the general page, properties, and define the properties required there. Okay. I'm going to take the common sections like rectangle as 0.45 cross 0.23 for columns and click on add. And for beams, I'm just going to change 0.3 by 0.23 for outer columns and outer beams, and for inner beams I'm going to select 0.23 by 0.23. Click on add and close. So just select this one and you can go for select beams parallel to Y here, assign to selected beams, assign and yes. And similarly select this one and you have to assign it for only outer beams. You can go for the top view and just select outer beams by holding the control key on the keyboard. So I am just going to select all the beams like this. Make sure that no column is selected there. So simply select this one and you can go for assign to selected beams, assign and yes. And similarly you can go for third option and you need to select all the remaining beams, right? So simply what we can do is you can go for select and by specification the property name you can hold control and select all the sections, close, and again go for select. You can go by inverse and inverse beam selection, assign to selected beams, assign and yes. So simply you can see that all the members has been assigned, and if you want to cross check, click on this 3D pyramid and you can see the sections has been assigned to the frame. And next step is you have to assign the supports. Click on support, create. I'm going to create the fixed support, add and support 2. So going for the front view, I'm just going to hold the bottom nodes, assign to selected nodes, assign. And next step is to apply the load definitions. Here I'm going to apply the floor loads for this. So I'm going to take primary load, and under primary we are going to create the dead load and another one is live load. So here you can just sum up all the loads whatever you are going to get. Right now I'm just going to take floor loads as well as the roof loads. Okay. In order to calculate the floor loads, we need to know the height of the structure. So starting from this height, okay, floor, this is first floor, 1 2 3 4, there are 4 floors. Okay, so from bottom to this the total height is 12 meters and the last roof height is 15 meters. Okay, so you have to know these all the things in order to assign the loads. So click on load case 1 and add. So to define the range we have to know them, and click on floor node. So here I am just going to take -6 kilonewton per meter square from 3 to 12, that is only for floor loads. Click on add, and similarly I am going to take -4 for roof loads. So this is 15 to 15. Minus is for direction. Okay, so click on add and close. Similarly go for load case 2, click on add, and we can see that again you have to go for the floor load, and I'm going to assign the live load of -5, and again I want to assign this for only floors, so 3 to 12, and click on add. And similarly let us take for roof I'm just going to assign 1.5 kilonewton per meter square, and you can take that minimum as 15 and maximum as 15. So these are only for explanation purpose. You have to calculate the loads coming on the structure and you have to assign that. So you can see that automatically the floor loads has been assigned like this. Okay, whatever the blue part is there, that has been selected here. Okay, and similarly load case details, click on add, auto load combination, you can go for Indian code. As per the given loading categories, the combinations will be generated. Then you can go for close. And you have to analyze to make sure that there are no errors. If there are any errors, you have to cross check with them and you can come back for the design. So run analysis and save. So it takes some time since we have taken some big structure there. So there are no errors and you can click on done. Now the concrete design will be highlighted after the analysis command. I mean after the structure has been analyzed, and if there are no errors, then you can click on concrete design. Here we can check our structure for different loads. Okay, if you want to check for only dead load, how the structure behaves and how the shear force of member bending moments are generated and how the reinforcement is applied, etc. Or else if you want to check for all the load combinations together, you can give all the load combinations, or you can create number of load envelopes by defining each and every load for different envelopes here. So under job info, you have to create all the job related things here. And next one is to create envelopes. Under envelopes, you have to click on new envelope at right side. Here we are going to have this list here. Click on new envelope and make sure that it has been in E1. Okay, so it is in E1 only. Okay, so new envelope, you can give any name here. Okay, for example, I want to check this structure for only dead load, so I'm going to give DL. And here load combinations only are showing here. And if you want to see the dead load and live load also, just uncheck this one and let us assign lowercase 1 for this and click on OK. So under load envelope 1, it has been taken only dead load, and similarly you can click on new envelope and I'm going to create load combinations. So combinations for example, and click on OK, and you can assign all the load combinations and click on OK. Like this you can create number of load envelopes list and you can assign it for design. So I have created 2 envelopes, and after that you have to go for the members and you have to form the physical members. So one method is simply you can just check the members and you can click on form member, and if you want to auto form member, click all and just select the auto form member and automatically it will be formed there. Right now I want to check for limited members. Okay, so I'm just going to select the bottom columns here. Okay, and whatever members I've selected, you can go for auto form. Okay, and it will be showing that M2, M3, M4, M5, M6. Okay, and for beams I want to take in X direction as well as Z direction here. Okay, if you want to design this as individual beam, you can select this and go for form member. And if you want to design this as a continuous beam, then you have to select the combined beams, I mean combination together, and then you can go for form member or auto form member. If you want to get for this one and this one, and similarly here this one and again this member, then you can select all the required members. And if you want to number automatically, then you can click on this icon auto form member and you can observe that. So here this is M8, this is M9 and this is M10. Okay, like this you can form the members. Right now I didn't go for total structure, I have given only selected members there, and you can check that list here. And if you want to assign for whole the structure, no need to select the members, simply you can go for Control A, select total member and you can click on auto form member. So there what happens is whatever the total beams that are in X direction at one floor, that will be taken as a one member. Okay, so here I have taken this 2 beams as one member, one equal physical member there. Okay, if you want to see them, so you can simply highlight that and you can observe the numbers here. Okay, now let us create a group for columns and beams, and before creating the groups we have to create the briefs. So we have to proceed for groups and briefs here, and under this we need to create the new brief which is at the bottom. Brief is nothing but we are going to apply the column, I mean we have to define the code for which we have to design, whether it is Indian code, American code, etc. And under that whether it is for beam or a column. Okay, as per our Indian standards we are able to, I mean as per the Indian code we are able to design for column and beam only. We are not able to design the slab directly. So Click on new brief here and just name it. For example, I want to give beam designs, okay, and I want to apply for envelope 1. I'm going to give BE1, okay, or beam E1. You have to select the Indian code, and under design type just select beam here and click on OK. And here you can see that some parameters has been coming here. Has been seen in normal design in previous videos. We were directly applying the parameters required there, and we are going to get the design results. Similar way here also we are going to have the different parameters required for the design. You can define these all the things. Okay, if you want to change, you can change these all the things. I'm just going to change the M25 concrete grade. And here under envelope, as I created this brief for envelope 1, I'm just going to keep it as DL. We will be creating another envelope for the, another brief for the second envelope. And if you want to check for this code, you can check on this. Okay. So similarly, main reinforcement, top bar criteria and bottom bar criteria, you have to give all these parameters. And similarly, sidebar criteria. Sidebar criteria is used for deep beams. If the beam size is exceeding 0.75 meters or 750 mm. Okay, if it is greater than 750 mm, 0.1% of the reinforcement will be provided for the sidebar criteria. And what are the minimum size you require there, you can provide that one. And what is the grade you require, so it will be shown up to 500. If you want to go for higher grade, you can give the F5 size here, F5 grade here. And similarly, shear reinforcement, how the calculation has to be done. Okay, whether you want to apply the axial load effects or not. If you want to apply, you can take. Okay, you can simply cross check in interactive design. You can assign different parameters by different envelopes, and you can give the different options, and you can just cross check how the results are coming. Okay, so simply you can interpret what are the changes are coming for different parameters. Okay, so for shear bar also I'm going to take 415, and minimum I'm just going to consider 8, and minimum number of legs is 2. If you want to define for 3 leg, 4 leg, you can define that one also, and click on OK here. Similarly, I'm going to create new brief again, beam E2, and click on OK. Here I'm going to change only load combinations. Okay, envelope to load combinations, and here divide beam into 12 segments is nothing but whatever the beam length is there, that will be divided into 12 segments, and the results will be shown. Okay, at different cross sections, how the beam will be acting. How the beam will be like how it reacts due to the loads. So click on OK. And similarly, I want to create another brief for column. For example, this is for column, and only I'm going to give column for this. You have to change the design type for column and click on OK. So here we need to see the changes here. Concrete grade, what are the concrete grade you want to assign, minimum reinforcement spacing, cover, and what is the grade for links. Okay, and the minimum and maximum sizes are being given here. If you want to modify them, you can simply modify them. And if you want to apply any column factors, if it is a bracing condition, if you want to change the effective length, since we are considering fixed length, it will be 1 only. If you are considering any pinned support or etc, free ends like that, you can change the effective length, that is K value. Okay, effective length as per the Indian code. Then slenderness ratio, if you want to keep always 1, you can keep always 1, and you can cross check with the results. And if you want to if you want start pro to calculate, you can take calculator, and starter bars, how much area to be provided, and member load cases, and whatever the envelope we have given now, that will be applied for beams. For columns we have to assign this is very much important. Okay, so I want to assign only combinations here, so I'm just going to select combinations by using the shift and down arrow, and click on the single arrow, click on OK. Now briefs has been created. Now we have to group these members with these briefs. So select the members which you want to group together. So I have selected M1, M10, M7, M8 and M9, all the beams. Click on new design group. You can give any name. Okay, beam E1, G1. Okay, so similarly, this is for this group, I want to assign beam E1, in which the default envelope is dead loads. Okay, so the design of these beams will be done with respect to the dead loads, and I want to choose the results. I mean, I want to see the results, how it will be acting for the dead load. Okay, and similar way, new design group, just I'm going to change the brief here to the beam E2, click on OK. And similarly, next I want to group these columns to the brief third one. Okay, brief 3, that is column. Click on new design group, and you can choose the column from the list and click on OK. And if you want to rename, you would have renamed that one. Okay, and simply just double click on this G1, G2, G3, and you can see the members acting or members coming under that group and what are the cross sections we have provided for that. Okay, so click on close. And next step, you can directly go for concrete member, or you can go for mode and you can go for member design. Okay, by default here we are going to get the fail. Right now we didn't assign any design step here. So you need to choose the group, and under that group which member you want to design there. Okay, I'm going to choose M1 and click on design tab here, and these are the members available for the design. So click on design, and you can see that they have turned into the green color, and you can see the status as okay, fine. And if I want to design it for something like M9 member, so it has been already designed. Yeah, so the group this group has been designed successfully and the results has been tabulated here. Okay, and if you want to see the main layout, so you can observe that we got the SFDs and BMDs for this. Okay, these red colors are indicating the BMD diagrams, MZ. Okay, if you want to see the shear force diagrams, you can click on shear force like this. Okay, and if you want to see the MY we are going to get the columns. So MZ is for beams. Okay, that can be observed like this. Okay, and next one, we can go for main layout and you can get the design sections here. Okay, at whatever sections the reinforcement is displayed, you can observe that here. Okay, so this is the section line, you can simply change it and you can see that one. So at layer 1 top, layer 2 top and bottom also it has been displayed whatever the diameter of the bar provided and what is the starting distance it has been provided. So if you want to see this section at somewhere around 4.5 meters, you can see the 4.5 meters also. Okay, and similarly you can go for main reinforcement calculations. So for member 1 type length, what is the hogging centimeter sag and at side how much, and what is the link size has been provided, and supports, what are the supports we have provided there. And here we are going to get the 12 segments and under distance at different distances for different spans, the what is the moment we are going to get and what is the AST required. Okay, and what is the bars provided, 3 bars of 8 dia has been provided, what is the area for that. Okay, at top layers how much it has been provided, that can be seen from the main reinforcement table here. Okay, and next one, you can go for shear layout, and under shear layout again you are going to get the shear this one side tie bars, nothing but shear reinforcement. Okay, so you can see at different sections, if you want to slide the section line you have to select this and simply just move this from this part to this part, just hold this one and move like this. Okay, and similarly shear reinforcement values, how much shear load has been coming on that particular member and shear stress. Okay, this all results are for M9. Okay, if you want to see for M1, you can click on M1, the loads might be slightly changed there. Okay, the values might be different here. Okay, you can cross check like this. Okay, and similarly you can go for schedules, and here we are going to have the reinforcement bar figure here. Whatever the paper size you want to adjust, you can go for that, and you can either increase or decrease the scale ratios here, and it can be exported to AutoCAD format. So export format DXF and click on OK. The title block is provided at the bottom at 3 centimeters. If you want to increase it, simply you can increase that one. You can see that the size has been increased. So you can click on OK, and wherever you want to save this file, you can simply save that. I'm just going to provide the file name as reinforce. Okay, so reinforce and click on save, And at the bottom, in the desktop, on the desktop you can see that reinforcement file, AutoCAD file. Just double click on that and the AutoCAD file will be open. We can see the schedule drawing of that span. Okay, so by default it will be looking like this. Okay, so simply in AutoCAD you can go for Z enter, A enter to show all total figure there. So Z enter, A enter. We can see that schedule drawing like this. Okay, so simply we are going to get a different cross sections and how the reinforcement has been assigned there. If you are not able to see this properly, you can edit them in AutoCAD. Okay, so you can simply change the layers or properties for this, and you can just change the line thickness, etc. in AutoCAD. This is how we are going to get the results by using the interactive design in StatPro.